Most best time to post on Reddit advice is wrong. Not slightly wrong. Wrong in a way that can kill your post in the first 60 minutes, because most of those charts are copied from Instagram, TikTok, or LinkedIn. But Reddit does not work like those platforms. In this video, I will show you the 2026 posting windows that actually matter on Reddit, and why the standard answers may be useless for your sub. First, you need to understand one thing. Reddit is not a simple chronological feed. It is ranking plus community context. When you publish a post, the first 30 to 60 minutes matter a lot. If the post gets early upvotes and comments, it has a better chance of moving into hot or rising. That gives it more visibility. More visibility can create more votes, and that can turn into a loop. But if nobody reacts in the first hour, the post usually sinks. Even if the content is good, it becomes much harder to recover. So when people ask, what is the best time to post on Reddit, they are really asking a more specific question. When are my target readers online, and when is the competition from new posts still low enough? That is very different from saying, post every Wednesday at 3 p.m. That kind of one-size-fits-all answer is usually the problem. Now, let me give you a starting point you can actually use. This is not a magic rule. It is a baseline. The pattern comes from looking at recent high-performing posts in large English language subs, when they were posted, when comments started to cluster, and when early traction appeared. You can repeat the same check yourself. First, time zone. For most large English language subreddits, the audience is still heavily US-based. So the time zone you should usually align with is Eastern time, not your own local time zone. That is one of the biggest mistakes. Someone posts at 9 a.m. local time, but for their target readers in the US, it is the middle of the night. Nobody sees it. Second, time of day. Across many broad English subs, weekday mornings in Eastern time are the most reliable starting window. Think roughly 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. ET. People check Reddit during commute time, before work, or while settling into the day. That gives your post a chance to build early traction before the main workday gets busy. There is also a smaller window around lunch. Evenings from about 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. can be active too, but evenings are often more competitive. More people are posting. More entertainment content is fighting for attention. Third, day of week. Tuesday through Thursday are usually the most stable days. Monday can be messy because people are catching up. Weekends can have more traffic, but for serious subs, B2B topics, tools, and founder content, the quality of engagement often drops. You may get more casual scrolling, but fewer serious replies. So if you need a default, start with Tuesday to Thursday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time. But do not stop there. This is only the market average. It is the starting line, not the answer. Here's the part generic posting time charts never tell you. Every subreddit has its own schedule. A Europe-heavy sub, an India-based tech sub, a US parenting sub, and a gaming meme sub can all peak at completely different hours. If you apply 8 a.m. Eastern to a European community, you may be posting when the real audience is already asleep. So how do you find the true peak for your sub? You do not guess. Use 3 free checks. First, look at this week's top posts. Open the subreddit. Sort by top. Choose this week. Then check when the winning posts were published. After 10 to 20 posts, a pattern usually appears. Second, look at when comments cluster. Open a few hot posts and scan the comment timestamps. If the first wave of comments usually arrives around the same few hours, that is your community's active window. Third, run small tests. Take similar content and post it across 2 or 3 different windows. Track early upvotes and comments, especially in the first hour. Your own sub data will beat any generic chart, every time. There is one more piece most people miss. The posting time is only half of the system. The other half is whether you are actually present after you post. Remember, the first 30 to 60 minutes are critical, but you are not helpless during that window. You can stay there. You can answer the first comments fast. You can turn a quiet post into a real discussion. When the algorithm sees replies, votes, and conversation, your post has a better chance of getting more exposure. So the real best time is not only when your readers are online. It is the overlap between 2 things. Your audience is online, and you can be online too. A perfect posting window with 0 follow-up is often worse than an average window where you can reply for the full first hour. That is the part that changes the result. This is one of the reasons I built RedditMaster. If you do this manually, you need to open each target sub, check top posts, compare timestamps, watch comment clusters, and keep a separate schedule. That works, but it is slow. In RedditMaster, you can look at your target subs and see the best posting windows based on historical activity. So you are not counting top posts one by one every week. You can schedule posts and comments into those windows or set reminders for the windows you want to handle manually. After something goes live, RedditMaster can also watch early comments and voting signals, then remind you to follow up. So the two jobs are connected: when to post and who is watching the first hour. Here is the simple checklist. If you have no data, start with Tuesday to Thursday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Time. That is your default. But then validate it. Go to your exact subreddit. Check this week's top posts. Write down when the winners were posted. Then check when the first comments arrived. Use that to replace the default window. Next, choose a time when you can actually be present. For the first hour, you should be able to reply to comments. Not 6 hours later, not the next morning, the first hour. Then track and adjust. For 1 or 2 weeks, record the posting time, early upvotes, early comments, and whether the post reached hot or rising. If one window keeps producing better early traction, move toward it. That is how you build your own best time. Reddit does not have one universal best posting time. It has the intersection of your sub schedule and your ability to show up. So stop copying posting time charts from other platforms. First, learn the rhythm of your actual sub. Then, post during a window where you can stay present and reply. If you do not want to manually check timestamps and early engagement every time, RedditMaster can help you find the best windows and remind you when follow-up matters. The link is below. In the next video, I will show how Reddit became one of the strongest SEO and AI visibility channels for SaaS brands. Comment below with one thing. What subreddit are you trying to post in? And what time zone is your audience actually in? See you in the next one.